So hey everyone, welcome back to Rebecca's Colouring Arts and Crafts. I'm just going to zoom out just a little more there we go. So today I'm coming to you with a book review. This book review won't actually be released till February the 4th, just because that is the release day of this book and I'm officially not allowed to I guess talk about it till that day, other than pictures on Instagram and stuff. So this is The Last Day by Andrew Hunter Murray, and this was provided to me by Penguin Random House in exchange for a review. Thank you very much to them for providing me with this book in exchange for a review. I really loved it. I just finished this today and I'm still a bit speechless for what to say about it and what happened. It's basically a world half in darkness, a secret she must bring to light. So our main character is Ellie Hooper, and she has a brother, I think it's Dave. Dave is her reporter friend slash former husband. But yeah, basically this book is set in a world where the world has stopped rotating. So half the world is in darkness, half the world's in light, and there's a section in the middle where people can live and survive. And this is basically a thriller book based around post-apocalyptic, sci-fi, dystopian, and thriller. So it's basically, you've got the mystery of solving what is going on and why the English government wants this secret so badly, and why they got Ellie Hooper. I keep thinking of it with those two. I think it's more like Ellie Hopper. But basically Ellie is brought into this due to her old professor. I can't remember his name right this minute. Somebody Thorne, but basically he was a scientist that helped revolutionize things in the world after the world collapsed in what was called the I can't think of the name now. Basically in the time frame after the world stopped spinning. So basically he helped revolutionize that, but at the same time later on, trying to make up for his mistakes and the things that he did wrong, he went against the government and created a in-orbit satellite that basically rotates around the world. And I'm going to just say here too quickly, be aware there could be spoilers here, there might not be. I know people have been complaining about if there's not enough spoilers, and some people don't want spoilers, so I'm trying to do an in-between without spoiling too much. So just to be warned about that. But basically he creates this satellite, and you don't know exactly what it is. This is part of the thriller mystery side of things. And he launches that into orbit and discovers that there are actually people still surviving on the cold side over America and things like that. And this government, the English government, basically doesn't care about them and wants the nukes from America so they can completely control the world and get rid of any remaining threats to their power. And our Prime Minister in this one is Richard Davenport, I think it is. But yeah, so basically Ellie starts out on a rig in the Atlantic where she's studying currents and tides as a scientist in order to try and work out if the world will be able to survive the stopping of it orbiting around the sun, and also trying to work out, due to the fact that the atmosphere is also slowly starting to collapse and create holes in areas and things like that. So it starts around that, and then Ellie is basically pulled into Edward Thorne, that's it, Dr. Edward Thorne. And Dr. Edward Thorne is the one that's created this stuff that the government wants to be able to wipe out any competition and get what they want. And basically Edward Thorne is dying, and so as he passes away, when he passes away, Ellie is kind of a person that wants answers and wants to know what's going on and what's happening and all of that. And so she basically sets out to discover the truth. And I'm not going to tell the ending of it or anything, but basically she discovers that truth and then goes to the side of the Americans and basically joins forces with the Americans because of what England is really wanting to do to the Americans and to the rest of the world. She just can't comprehend that and doesn't think it's right. So she basically goes against her government and takes the evidence that Edward Thorne has left and I guess transfers sides. But at the end also, I've noticed, does leave an opening for a second book. It says that it's a solo book, but I'm not sure if that means there's going to be a second book or not, because it kind of leaves off with her and David, her former fiance / they're now getting close to each other again, heading to the side of the Americas, where from there she wants to actually travel to visit America. So I'm not sure if that means there's an opening for another, I guess, solo book but still related to this book, or what is going to happen there, because it doesn't actually say it's part of a series. So it's kind of intriguing in the way it leaves off, whether it's leaving you to imagine what happens next or whether there is going to be a second book. I really don't know, but I really love the combination of all the different elements and how things work in a new age when the world has stopped. That's what it's called. It's called the slow. So it's after the slow happens. At first the world slowed down in its orbit and the days grew longer and the nights grew longer and they took longer to rotate around the sun in the Earth's orbit, and then it eventually stopped completely. And so yeah, I really enjoyed this book. I'm kind of at a loss of words for what to say because it was really good, and at the end of it, it was like, wow, that was so good. But at the same time, I don't want to spoil everything, and there's probably already been some minor spoilers for certain things in here, but it's also things that come up before the end of the story. And I think her brother's name is Mark as well. That's her brother's name, Mark Hopper and his wife. I can't remember her name, but he's got a wife and kids as well. But yeah, pretty much, yeah, I'm still kind of in awe over Andrew Hunter Murray's book and the way he's written this, because I could see this is as kind of realistic in the way things might pan out if something did happen and the world did come to an end or anything like that. Like, you'd obviously hope not, but you never know what could happen, I guess, with things. Overall, I'm kind of decided I'm not going to do particular ratings anymore. I'm just going to honestly say what I think of books, because it kind of seems monotonous. I notice a lot of other booktubers or YouTubers who review books, they're very harsh with their ratings and how they think of the books. I would rather personally just go over the story, what I think of it, how I enjoyed it, rather than giving a particular rating, I've decided. And I really did love this book. I would be intrigued to know if there was going to be a second book in this series or not. I know for a fact also that Goldsborough Books in London, UK, is actually doing a special edition version of this book in the hardcover, and I'm so excited to get that because I really, really did love this book so much. It was so intriguing with the way the world was built, the plot, the characters, the scenes. It just all worked really well together, and it made you actually feel like you were there in that world, in that time when the world has come to an end. And yeah, I really, really, really enjoyed it so much, and I hope there might be a second book in this, but I have no idea currently. I would definitely recommend picking this up if, as I said, you're interested in sci-fi, post-apocalyptic, dystopian and thriller all mixed in one, as well as the post-apocalyptic kind of is because the earth has come to a stop in its rotation, and as a result some people have died, others lived, all of that. So yeah, I really don't know much more of what to say on this that won't spoil it too much, and I kind of want to leave a bit of notice about what the book's about, but at the same time not spoil it too much so you can enjoy it yourself, because I know for me I would rather not have too many spoilers than be spoiled too much. I can't say there aren't spoilers, hence why as a disclaimer I do tend to put spoilers on there, just because it could have spoilers in there that you may not want to hear or may not want to know. So I just want to warn people to be in case, so that people know that there could be spoilers there. But yeah, I really hope you've enjoyed this. Thank you so much to Penguin Random House for sending me this book to review. I was really hanging out for the release date from Goldsboro Books because I wasn't going to buy it otherwise. Then I saw that Penguin Random House had this as one of their books that you could review, and it's like I just had to have it because I was really hanging out for this one. It sounded so good and really up my alley, and yeah, I really did enjoy it, and I hope you'll enjoy it too when you get to read it. If you've enjoyed this, please leave a like, subscribe, comment. I always love hearing from you, and yeah, I will see you later. Bye.